So before we get started, I just want to say that the Angel Reese portion and my response to that is going to be at the tail end of the video. It ended up being a little bit too long, so I didn't want y'all to have to, bear through that and then get to the other responses that I have for the video. So if you want to see that specifically, it's more so at the tail end of the video, and all the other videos and those responses to them are at the beginning.
Pay and pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah,
It
definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary. 74? Okay. Times.
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah. I don't even know my salary. Does it? Let me see. You don't even. Yo! I'm living beyond my means. It's like. No, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means. Like y'all think. Babe, if y'all thought. It's like. Let me see. I don't even know my salary for WNBA. A thing. Do that even pay my car note?
Yeah, I think it pays your car note.
Yeah. They ain't doing it, a thing.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Hey, security, please!
You know what it is. You know what it is. What's up? What's up? I dare you get up.
Security!
I dare you get up.
Security! What the?
I dare you get up.
Security!
What's up? What's up? What's up? Get the away from my neighborhood. Get out my neighborhood. Get out my neighborhood. Hey, I dare you what he said. Get out my neighborhood. Get out my neighborhood. Get out my neighborhood. Get out my neighborhood. You know what it is. Get out my neighborhood. Roll out. Get out my neighborhood. Get out my neighborhood if I kill you. Get out my neighborhood if I kill you. Get out my neighborhood if I kill you. Get out my neighborhood if I kill you.
I'm leaving the hospital. I am handicapped, a wheelchair user, and I can't get into my car because this big truck is parked in the ramp for both me and the handicapped car next to me. This is supposed to be cleared. There's a cone. They're not handicapped. They don't have a placard. They're just taking up this whole ramp space. I can't fit my chair in between there. Called the garage 20 minutes ago and nobody is coming. So I'm just going to call the police because this is so dumb. And they wouldn't tow them, but they gave them a ticket. So that's something. But my chair is in the trunk because I couldn't put it in the passenger seat where it needs to be. So we'd be able to get out of my car. So I have to wait. Figure out how to get out of my fucking car. It costs $0 to not be an asshole. So just don't be one. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I have a wild story for you, and this story might potentially save your life or someone you know's life. So here it goes. A friend of mine, right? His lady, she was pregnant, or is pregnant, not was, we'll say is pregnant. And I guess they have been in some type of rut in their relationship. So when she told him that she was pregnant, he didn't believe it. So she takes a pregnancy test and the test comes out positive. She shows that test to a friend of mine, right? He says, I don't believe it. As a matter of fact, you probably got that test from one of these cheap dollar stores or something like that. So it's probably inaccurate. I'm going to go pee on this pregnancy test and let's see what happens. So he takes the other test out the box and he takes that pregnancy test. And you know what? The test comes back positive. It says he gets the line on it that says he's pregnant. or he's testing positive as pregnant. So he says, see, I told you, these tests are cheap. They're inaccurate. They don't make no sense. So anyhow, she goes and buys a more expensive test, and it still shows she's pregnant. So now he knows, okay, for a fact that she's pregnant. So that means that first test that she bought, it wasn't inaccurate. So curiosity made this man go research it. Why in the world would a male be able to pee on a pregnancy test and it come out positive? And the results will shock you. And I'm getting ready to show you something that will shock every single man on this planet. And it's something that we all should be doing. And you're not going to believe this, and I'm going to say it right now. Every man on the planet needs to take a pregnancy test once a year. This sounds crazy, right? Well, check this out.
So this is actually true. Certain types of testicular cancer can produce a marker called beta-HCG, which just happens to be the same marker that we use to detect.
Talk to this mailman. Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't see me flagging you down?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Okay, I was flagging you down. And by the way, I want you to hear this. Okay, I need to see Greg's mail. Greg Harrison.
Who are you?
I'm his fiance.
Okay. Do you have a request?
Yeah, I need his mail.
Nah, that's not his mail. I just pulled this from the blue box. That's not how this works.
Okay, so why didn't you stop when I was trying to flag you down?
Like I said, ma'am, I didn't see you.
Okay, so can I have his mail? It's
No,
important.
That's not how that works, ma'am. I can't just give you the mail.
Well, I need it.
Okay, so you can go to his house and get it.
See, this is a problem I'm having with him. What is your name?
My name is Troy Aikman, ma'am.
Okay, and I need to see your identification. So I need to report this in.
Not required to give you any identification.
You see what's going on here? This is what I'm talking about. Okay, I asked you nicely, can I see his mail because I'm his fiance?
But you're asking me at an industrial park, not even close to where his house is.
If you would have just stopped where I was at, maybe.
You know,
This is the savagery that I be talking about that doesn't need to be here anymore. You literally, like I said, I don't care what the dispute is. I don't care what goings on that they have. But for you to sit up there and see somebody, and number one, you're filming, so you just want it to go viral like this. Like, I'm just going to be real. Seeing men do stuff like this is looking like some female type stuff. Girls will normally record stuff where they know that they're about to catch somebody in a lie or they're about to jump some, like that. That's that type of stuff. So you a grown man. You decided to see somebody for whatever reason, and you found that person directly in a store. You followed them directly in a store, pulled out your phone, decided to go live, and then you film yourself doing this in a store. You're talking about get out my neighborhood. Get out of what neighborhood? The neighborhood that you don't own? The neighborhood that your family is still leasing or paying a mortgage on the house of which the land that they don't even own? A house that can literally get taken by the bank or the government at any time. The same neighborhood of which you don't even own the car that you drive, if you even own a car. The same neighborhood of which that you more than likely never created any type of economic growth and or a job. The same type of neighborhood of which you're more than likely creating multiple families and you're not taking care of nearly one. The same neighborhood of which that more than likely you're not even married to a black woman, protecting a black woman, protecting any type of kids. The same neighborhood that you're not even going through and trying to secure to keep out the prostitution, the drug dealings, to make sure that people aren't just losing their lives over any type of random thing. The same neighborhood of which more than likely has patchy roads, of which you didn't get any type of asphalt or anything to try to fix that up. The same neighborhood of which more than likely has abandoned houses, dilapidated houses, of which you never tried to help board up or fix, right? Or revitalize so that black families could come in there and want to take up residency there. You mean the same neighborhood of which education is drastically poor, so poor, in fact, that you have a lot of kids wanting to either be rappers or athletes. They want to be in gangs. They want to sell drugs, right? The same neighborhood of which you can barely even find trade schools. The same neighborhoods of which you have more liquor stores on the corner than actual churches. The same neighborhoods of which you lacked common intelligence and decency in order to actually run and again protect, to oversee, to manage those neighborhoods. Like I said, this is crazy. And I'm going to state, while stating all of that, primarily, this is the only time that I see black men talking about my neighborhood, is if they happen to catch an op or somebody that they dislike on the block. But when it comes to any other ethnicity, you don't see the same energy. Why is that? You always got energy when it deals with somebody that looks just like you. You always got this rah-rah. You want to sit up there and put your chest out. You want to sit up there and say all of these things. You want to give all of these threats. You're sitting up here talking about taking life, filming it, talking about taking life if he don't leave your neighborhood. But yet when you actually have people, other men that are black in your family, that are going after the kids, that may have gone after your aunt, your sister, your grandmother, your mother. Whenever it is that you got men that are reflective of you going after the kids, you don't have that same rah, rah, rah energy. And you know who those people are. They could be your friends. It could be your brother, your stepbrother. It could be your father. It could be your uncle. You don't have that same rah, rah, rah type of energy like you got directly in this store. Like I said, so whose block is it really? Because it ain't yours. It's just not.
But I want to be clear. I know some of us love our children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood. Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for God!
With the prostate cancer topic, this is what we're going to do. Black men have a higher risk of prostate cancer than other men and face disparities in diagnosed treatment and survival. Risk of developing prostate cancer. Black men are 1.7 times more likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer than white men. 1 in 6 black men will develop prostate cancer in their lifetime, compared to 1 in 8 men overall. Risk of dying from prostate cancer. Black men are 2.1 times more likely to die from prostate cancer than a white man. Risk of developing advanced disease. Black men are more likely to be diagnosed with advanced prostate cancer. Risk of developing prostate cancer at a young age. Black men are more likely to develop prostate cancer at a younger age, about 2 years earlier than white men. Treatment. Black men are less likely to undergo intensive therapy or radical prostatectomy for prostate cancer than white men. PSA testing. Black men are less likely to be offered a PSA testing and more likely to be told the benefits are uncertain. The American Cancer Society recommends that black men begin discussing prostate-specific antigen PSA testing with their doctor at age 45. This is for information purposes only. For medical advice or diagnosis, consult a professional. I've stated on this platform for years directly to black men, go out there and get tested. I done quite a few videos talking about prostate cancer, how you're more likely to die, how you're more likely to have, the more severe prostate cancer or aggressive prostate cancer than any of the other counterparts directly out there. So again, if you care about your health, if you care about your life at all, go out there and get tested. No excuses. For that next video, dealing with the woman that wanted to harass the postal worker, and I want to give a shout out to that dude. He was very nice in the way that he handled that woman. If it was any other guy directly out here, some words might have been exchanged. For the most part, she was trying to grab directly for the mail after the guy insisted that, hey, he can't give her the mail. Because number one, ma'am, this is a federal crime. This is a federal offense. If you decide to steal mail from a mailbox or a mail, it is over for you. It is 100% over. And that guy is not trying to lose that high-paying government job of easy work. He is not trying to do that just to sit up there and give you some type of mail. And I just want to note how crazy this woman is and how she thinks that she is in the right. She wanted to record. She wanted to show herself. Oh, what is your name? She thought that this was a police encounter. She thought that she was dealing with somebody at Burger King. This was not that at all. She was 1000% in the wrong. And whatever man decides to deal with this woman, you get everything that you deserve, especially after seeing and knowing that this video is directly out there, which she put out herself, because she really felt that she was 100% in the right, because she wanted that guy's mail. What was in the mail? What are you looking for? Nobody sends love letters anymore. Everybody uses phones. So what specifically are you looking for? Is it a will? It has to be something dealing with money. It has to be something dealing with money, because nobody's going to sit up there and tell me that this guy is sitting up there. Yeah, he's sending woo and love letters to, some woman that he met over in California, or some woman that he met in Colorado, or some woman in Kent. No. Everybody is digital now. Nobody is writing letters at this moment in time. Better yet, to put it to a better example, a lot of people don't even know how to write cursive, let alone even read it. So again, that's not happening. This had to do with money. That's my determination when it deals with this video, and how adamant she was about trying to get whatever that was, because she was like, I'm his fiance. Ma'am, that don't matter. You like the postal worker told you, you need to go see him about that. You don't come, sit up there and try to honk the horn or try to get the mail directly. No, that's not how that works. It don't matter what title that you have. You will get that mail when it gets delivered, or if it gets resent. Other than that, you're not seeing it. Like I said before, this is how stupid social media has made a lot of people. They feel that the moment in time that they turn on a camera and they start filming and they start, going live, whatnot, they think that they're 100% legitimately in the right when they're 100% wrong. Craziness. But like I said, this is the delusion of social media. So the first video was technically a 2-for-1, right? You heard Angel Reese. She was stating that she doesn't really get paid a lot from the WNBA. But the thing that did not get added in was the fact that she more than likely is making very great money by way of multiple avenues of generating money. So maybe she shows up for a fashion show. Maybe she'll put on a certain type of dress, or all of these other things. So on top of what it is that she normally gets paid, and I think she said herself out of her mouth, it's about 75 or 78K a year. And then she had her friend basically do the math on her rent, and she stated herself that her rent per month is $8,000. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And again, I'm not going to go too far, too deep directly in that, but I will say that a lot of people should learn to live within their means. If you know that you're making a certain amount of money, instead of trying to stunt, show off, or live a certain type of lifestyle so that you can match up with other people or seem like you really got it, people really just need to focus in on themselves and live within their means. Now, the other conversation that was being had was the fact that you had a black man that stated, hey, most black women live beyond their means and have no financial discipline. Now, I will say this. He said most. He didn't say every single one. He didn't say 100% of black women. He said most. I'm going to be generous and say that he was saying 50%. So you got 50% that's irresponsible, and then 50% that are responsible. Within his response, I'm not exactly too certain how it is that women in the comment section decided to get up in arms. If you feel that you are a responsible black woman, then you are part of the demographic of which he is not highlighting or talking about. But because a lot of women deal with emotions versus thought or logic, this is what tends to happen. So you were able to see throughout the thread, these are some of the ones that I was able to capture. Trust me, there were many more. But it was some of these women have stated. One said, but somehow still able to get approved for more home loans than black men. That's crazy. The person, black women just be minding our business, and here comes a dusty individual like you bringing us up unprovoked. Another even though it's not unprovoked, because the conversation revolved around Angel Reese, what she was making, and how it is that she was living. So it's not unprovoked. It's not like a black man just thought this up. Angel Reese herself put this out there on IG for everybody to take part in and see on social media. Another person said, you must have gotten hurt, LOL. I own my home, pay my mortgage on time, six-figure job, and have no debt outside of my car and my home, not to mention working on my third degree. Let's see your credibility. This is the problem that I have. When a man makes a statement, for whatever reason, a woman that feels that she is doing so well thinks that she can automatically compete on the exact same scale as a man. It's not the same thing. So it went from him making a statement to her being emotionally offended, trying to basically prove herself to an unknown guy, listing, oh, I went to college, I have a mortgage, I got cars, I got this, I got that, and then wanting to state, let me see your credentials. Ma'am, this was never a competition. You automatically lost. You're running a race by yourself. It doesn't even make sense. And this is what, again, I'm stating when I say that women give emotional responses. Something that he said, which is very short statement, triggered her to state her whole business directly out there, which nobody asked for. She decided to divulge all this information. Crazy, but she thought that she actually did something. Next person said, I can show you the prisons where percentage-wise black women are not painting my nails. You think you ate with this with your meme. Where is he not doing well? So the meme that was up there is of Kevin Samuels in a pose, just basically waiting. And this is one of the women that more than likely hated Kevin Samuels, that was waiting on his passing, one of the ones that celebrated his passing. But yet, even after all of this, she still wanted to bring him up, still bring up the fact that he's no longer here, how his health is, and all these other types of things. When realistically, as a woman, you should be focused on totally different things. You should be focused on your life, your health. You should be focused on your money, all of these things. But I digress. And again, the hatred for black men is real. Another person said, you don't have to explain to these fools. He will never make as much as Angel in his lifetime. Anyways. And they are the least enrolled in any university in this country. And other than Hispanic males, they are the least and lowest paid amongst any male population. Run along. Now, I'm not sure if she's actually looked at the demographics overall on who makes the most, but black women are not up there. Black women and black men are not up there. And even at the lowest extent, on a balanced ground, black men still make more. So I'm a little bit concerned and confused on how it is that she decided that she wanted to state all of these things and not even put up a graph or a chart. Because they literally have charts online that showcase, okay, this is each demographic in the United States and how much each one of them directly make. So I'm not sure if she might be trying to do this from memory, but obviously her memory is not serving her great at this moment in time. Then on top of that, it's very great. And people have stated the fact that, yes, black women are heavily educated. Black women have a lot of degrees. But at the same time, where is all that going at this moment in time? If all of these degrees, all of this education that you have, if it is oh so great, oh so purposeful, then you should not have black women struggling. You should not have black women in debt. They should be realistically, all black women around the United States should be living their best lives. They should be living in the most lavish houses. They should be living in the best neighborhoods, having the best cars, the best of everything. But that is just not the case. Because again, the economy is catching everybody. It doesn't matter how educated you are. Everybody is getting caught. And also, the thing that she forgot to mention is the fact that Kamala Harris sat up there and said, either for government jobs or whatever, but this is just the main point, stated that, hey, we're going to make sure that people without college degrees are able to get the best paying jobs. So what was the point of that college degree if they just so happen to do things like that? Just wondering. Last but not least, this woman stated, you're the reason why I don't date black men. Negative person, always when it comes to black women. Now, this is, again, and I wanted to put that at the end to pretty much sum up the whole thing when it deals with the black men versus black women and all this other type of stuff. I've seen this consistently even throughout my life, and I've heard women say things like this. where supernaturally it's this one guy that they don't know, or maybe passing by or whatnot or whatever, and you'll have this emotional response where a black woman will be like, oh, you're the reason I don't date black men. You don't even know who this guy is. Y'all never dated. Y'all really never even had a conversation. Y'all don't even know each other. But you're going to put all of the blame from everything that whatever you've seen, experienced, what you're going to put all of that on this one random black guy for no reason. That sounds just like what white people would do back in the 1920s to now, where they would, whatever instance or whatever imagination that they have of a black man, they would throw all of that on one black boy, and then we would have towns, we would have cities, we would have neighborhoods just disintegrated, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It's crazy. It's crazy. And people wonder why it is that I say that you have black men under attack from all angles. All right.